So you can now make combinations of all kinds of skin tones, male, female, and babies.
You can put them together also.
You can put them together.
And we put in a font.
Thank you.
Famous, yeah?
Yes, yes. Somebody took a picture, I think. Okay, I will. Yeah, you can sit. So what you see here, you see things like you enter these four symbols, and you get a family.
Is it a ligature or is it?
I will come to that.
Okay.
So this is the Microsoft font. If you are in black and white mode, you don't get it. If you're in color mode, you get it. This is an SVG font. I'm not sure where it originates from. You get a completely different assembly of these four persons. It's not really a family. This is actually a nicer symbol. Mozilla comes also with something colorful that puts it in the same assembly. This is the Apple stuff, and to be honest, normally the stuff that is designed by Apple looks quite nice. I think they're losing the battle in the it's not going to work. Now imagine what happens if you want to create all these families, and especially if you introduce 5 skin tones.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lots of
That means that you get a lot of extra combinations. Already a family with 4 persons that can also be a male or women alone with kids, with either 1 or 2 kids, or 1 baby, or let's say a boy and that kind of stuff. Already adds 25,000 combinations. If you also add to that things like couples, where you can have male, female, male, male, any couple, either or not them being, kissing or whatever kind of stuff, that's another 25,000. So you quickly start exceeding the repertoire of possible glyphs in your font.
Can I also change the hair color or the skin color?
Not yet. But actually,
the moustache is really important.
I have one for you. Well, I don't know if I have time. I have time for that. What we could do is the following. We could put Harold here, and if he puts something on his head, it's a man with turban. What is the thing that you have? You have your head. The thing on your head. Now it's a funny thing. If you put a modifier there, and the female symbol, we suddenly get a female without a beard but a turban. That kind of thing that's happening. I think I can zoom in on that later. So that's the kind of stuff. What you see here is you enter characters. Yeah? So we have let's say,
a lot of modifiers.
Yeah. So this is the skin tone modifier, which is normally not visible, and there's a zero joiner, which in this font is visible. So the problem is that if you have the wrong sequence, yeah, and it's not resolved, you will see these symbols. They will not disappear. Okay? They are visible. So then you can see that you have an error, then you will modify it, and this will be then the result. The font I'm talking about is Microsoft font. If you go to the Emoipedia, there's lots of interesting information about these things. Really fun looking there. So what I also introduced, they have, so there is some kind of a teacher symbol, which is normally a man, but if you put the woman thing, then it becomes a female teacher. And they also have any skin tones. Mm. So that if you have already, let's say, 100 different professions, times 2 for male, female, times 5, yeah, it quickly ends up. And I think that there's no end to this. The thing is, we're talking about mass symbols. I think these telecom companies, the Japanese telecom companies, have way more influence in Unicode than the mathematical folks. They can get everything in there that they want, I think. So I'm pretty sure that we will have, hair colors and other kinds of stuff at some point in there. On the other hand, this is a bit of a sidetrack. At some point I started wondering, that there can be even weird thing happening. Say that there is a font design who refuses to add certain skin colors. Yeah, are we going to refuse a font like that?
Wasn't there
Or
an issue with mail?
right, and that's the thing. If you look at some of the fonts, if you combine male-female combinations, fine, everything comes out. If you combine male-male, actually they come out, but kissing males don't. So there is some political thing going on. Okay, so this is how there are several tracing modes in context of doing this. So these are, if you talk about now making this family, or that kind of thing, you can see that, you know, in order to get the color, as I mentioned earlier, you have to stack all these things in different colors. The advantage of the skin color thing is that you only need to give this one a different color. And that's a huge saving in file size and whatever. And that's why I say that the Microsoft technology is the only one that will survive in that area, because you're not going to add 65,000 bitmaps to a font. You're not going to do that.
But if you use SVG, the color palette thing, then you can justify the skin color.
Yeah, there's no mechanism. There's no mechanism for that. There's not a table that says you should do these. Yeah, so this is again the tracing mode. So what you see here is that it somehow has to be combined then in this family, and you already have that amount of snippets.
But you don't
Is
have
the alien family
basically the other technologies. If you can have zero width SVG graphics or something, and the stacking can be done through OpenType features as well.
Yes, but it's quite less efficient than the lots of.
Even bitmaps, you would have to plan them carefully, but yes.
They need to be transparent and yeah, that's.
Is this the alien family? This means
So there are also, if you talk about context, there are commands like this. You can show me on the email that starts with man. And you can see some of them, you know, this one, man climbing, is somehow not implemented. Yeah, man bicycling, whatever. I think there must be the man scientist, yeah. Here is the man wearing the turband. So if you make that into a female, then the beard will go. Man vampire. Yeah? No, man technologists. What are we actually? I think we are the man technologists.
What there's nothing
Yep.
for computer science?
No, we are the technologists. It's a bit, you know, it's a Microsoft font, so there's no Apple logo there.
I wonder whether there is man technician or woman technician.
There is. So if you put this female modifier behind it, it becomes a woman symbol. Yeah, that's and actually I think Microsoft a little bit took a, you know, they did things, well, it's not officially yet in Unicode, these combinations, so they went a bit further than already, but it will for sure happen. So now we come to the tech. In tech, everything is about control. Yeah. So these fonts, they ship with color palettes, and you can only get those colors. And in order to demonstrate that tech can do more, yeah, you can say, I want different color palettes. So I want transparent colors, for instance. So I can give them any color, I can use transparency and whatever. You can go beyond that. Well, I will not show these details. This is, for instance, the standard color palette that is used in this Microsoft emoji font. There's quite a lot of colors there. So it's not a matter that you say, oh, let's do my own color palette. Then you have to really find 175 colors in such a way that you think it will still look nice. Yeah, that's not that trivial.
Are many of those not used?
Well, as you know, there's a certain kind of logic behind the thing for building them, which is why it's done that way. Okay, so actually I wrote an article about this. Okay, so just to give a couple of examples. So this is family, man, women, boy, or girl, boy. The interesting thing is they have skin colors and things like that, but somehow they still have girls in pink and boys in blue. You see, women get their lips in red, more red than the males have. So there is a little bit of, I think, cultural bias in these things. The baby, this is the baby actually. It has, you know, this thing, but I think it's a male baby because it has a blue.
Blue
There are
face.
subtle differences. The haircut somehow, the haircut gives an impression about, am I dealing with a girl or boy or whatever. Okay, these are the couples, yeah, the kissing couples. Now, if you, or maybe I can, let's do it in this file because I'm actually running out of time, I think. If you want to know what's going on, this is the context trace mode. So we enter this sequence. Yeah? I don't know how you're supposed to do it on your keyboard. So in context, what I do is this is this test database from the Unicode Consortium, which actually has errors in there, which are understandable, because probably if no font can render these things, there's no way you find out that there's an error. So there are a couple of modifier errors in there. But anyway, what I do is you can key in something and it will try to reassemble the thing from, on the one hand, this test database and the skin colors, the 25,000 extra things will be cleverly somehow resolved. I won't bother you with that. So, what happens? You get all kinds of replacements. This is, I dare to say, but animate correctly, this is, if you really look at what happens in OpenType there, probably one of the most advanced fonts around. And it definitely even does more than Arabic or whatever does. And it has to do with the fact that they have to somehow, via contextual and other kind of things, make sure that they resolve to these families, but are also efficient in terms of, you know, what in the end needs to overlap and combine into smaller things. So here we go. The first thing that gets resolved is the skin color. Yeah. So here you see, hopefully you can see it a bit. Is the I always say skin color, but it's actually skin tone. So first you get this. Then, because it has to become smaller, the kids. This is the parents actually. The parents become resolved first, those two. Yeah. There's the baby. And the baby becomes small baby.
So these are all replacements.
All replacements. This is where this feature comes in.
Is the small baby a separate glyph or is it just scale?
No, it's a separate glyph. Those are separate. And actually, a small colorful baby is 5 glyphs stacked. So what you see here is actually 5 glyphs.
So no scaling operations.
No scaling, no. So in the end, you get this family. It's a bit of, if you look at let's run this document. This is a test file. It takes a bit of runtime because they are complex. You know, this is a paragraph of families. It's still rendering this page. It takes 5 to 10 seconds. This is a fast machine. It's the
It's
new PDF
Yeah.
is pretty. Okay, it's a bit older, but the new PDF is pretty fast. Now it renders, but actually renders this within a second. So somehow they're doing it more clever. But
yeah,
to have a document, that is over time. Okay, but so having types and families is a bit of a thing.
oh my gosh.
Yeah, the reason is that all these things, every glyph here is at least 25 overlapping colored glyphs. And I won't bore you with the fact that you need to be able to select it and then cut and paste it into your document too, because that's of course.
what happens if I
It
copy
is supposed to work, but let's not test it now.
Okay.
You can read what's the longest byte sequence to describe a family, so
Well,
How many
well,
children
that
are
means that
possible?
no, you have at most four family members.
okay.
Ah.
So that is.
So
and
7
then-
children is not supported.
no, seven, not yet. In China only. In China, it's a language-specific feature. You can only have one kid. So.
Not true anymore.
So if I want to
No, so
type like
let's say
red,
it's
red,
five
red,
skin tones
red,
times 4 family members. So the skin tone, it's a family member skin tone. That's one combination. And then sometimes you have things where you, not in this case, but for instance with these kissing couples and whatever kind of stuff, where they're modified. So if you have to turn something male into female, then you need 2 extra steps.
Can I do the job modifiers in the family, so there's a teacher and a son?
Well, the thing is, it still has to be supported in the contextual lookups. So that's a bit the issue. Question, can we delay the question? I don't have that much time. We can also extend the questions into the variable font talks if needed. Yeah, so another example of using, this is the